we sit in a comfortable posture. Okay, because if you're using Zoom, right? So I will encourage you all to sit on a chair for this short sitting. You want to sit on the floor, it's all right, no problem. Because now we only have a short time. Later in the longer sessions of guided meditation, there I will show you the picture, how to sit properly. Okay, so now we just find a comfortable position. So basically, it's just a run through on the steps or instructions. Let's see how far we can go. Okay, so once we are comfortable and relaxed, then we close our eyes. Okay, and the first phase of the meditation, we are doing this Asubha meditation, impurities of the body. So it's a bit like visualization, right? A bit of visualization. So we are going to first visualize the hair, all your hair. So like imagine looking at the mirror, so you visualize the hair. So a normal person, untrained person, when they think of their hair, they'll go to the extremes, right? Greed and hatred. So greed will be, my hair is so beautiful, I like my hair, yeah, my hair is so nice. So that will tend to go towards greed. And the other spectrum will be hatred, right? Your hair is so messy, I don't like my hair, I don't like this fashion. So this is another extreme, hatred. So we are trying to avoid these both extremes. So we are practicing the middle way. So the middle way is actually not the 50% of both greed and hatred, but actually to avoid both greed and hatred. So this is where my mantra comes in, right? Non-greed, non-hatred, right thought. So the first thing we are going to think is we are going to wish the hair well and happy. Right? So the phrasing in your thought is very important. We don't go and say, I wish my hair. No, don't go and wish my hair well and happy. We're going to wish all the hairs well and happy from the head. All the hairs from the head, may they be well and happy. And we sweep down and wish all the hairs from head to toe, may they be well and happy. So this is to promote thoughts of non-hatred. And the next thought we are going to introduce is thoughts of non-greed and also a bit of non-delusion. So basically what happens is all these hairs, they are subject to birth and death, birth, aging, sickness, and death. Right, so all these hairs, they grow long, right? They get oily, sweaty, dirty, and they turn white when it's old. Sometimes have hair problems, cracks. And the hair, they fall off every day. So if you do it correctly, right? If there's a right thought, non-greed, non-hatred, right? When the desire is reduced, and by right, there should be you should feel joyful, right, in meditation. So if a person meditate and they feel stressed, then something is wrong. Right? Meditation should be a very happy process. And then we can further ask ourselves, right? So this is the Zen question. Are these hairs truly self? Are they truly you? Right? If the hairs are truly you, that means you have total control over this birth and death of the hair, right? So can you tell the hair not to go through this birth and death? And the next part of the body we're going to think is our nails. Right? So we're going to wish all the nails well and happy. So all the fingernails, may they be well and happy. And all the toenails, may they be well and happy. And all the nails are subject to this birth and death. So the nails will grow long, they get dirty, they collect dirt. And they go through wear and tear. There's scratches, cracks, or even chip off. And then we can ask ourselves, are these nails truly self? Can you tell the nails not to go through this birth and death? Next, we are going to think of our teeth. All the teeth in our mouth. We wish all the teeth well and happy. All the upper rows of teeth, may they be well and happy. And all the lower rows of teeth, may they be well and happy. And all these teeth, they are subject to this birth and death. And they change in shape and size. They get dirty. They change in color and turn yellowish and turn brown. And they have tooth decay and turn black. And have tooth cavities and they grow holes. And they get shaky. And eventually they fall off. And then we can ask ourselves, are these teeth truly self? Can we tell the teeth not to go through this birth and death? And the next part of the body we're going to visualize is our skin. We're going to wish all the skin well and happy. So the skin is the organ that surrounds the whole body. So from head to toe, we are going to wish all the skin well and happy. And all the skin, they are subject to is birth, aging, sickness, and death. So the skin, they will get oily, dirty, sweaty. And they wrinkle when it's old. And there's lots of skin problems here and there. Yeah, when it's dry, it cracks. Skin irritation, it turns red. You have rashes, boils, pimples, etc. And our skin fall off every day. Lots of dead skin fall off. Every time you rub onto something, right, some skin fall off. And then we can ask ourselves, are these skin truly self? Can we tell the skin not to go through this birth and death? And we are moving on to the next phase of meditation. So for the first phase, we just do these external parts of the body. We're not going to go through the entire human biology and anatomy. Right. So the next thing we're going to do is the breath meditation. We are sort of learning how to breathe. So basically now we just need to feel below the nostril, above the upper lip. So this one doesn't require any visualization, right? We're using our sense of touch. So basically just feel the breath. So to unify the mind, we just use one small area, right? Below the nostril, above the upper lip. There's no need to feel the entire our breathing respiratory system. Right? No need to feel the trachea, your lungs, and diaphragm. right, just below the nostril, above the upper lip. So the key emphasis is gentle attention, no need to force the mind, and don't control the breath. Let your in and out breathing be this natural reflex action. Okay, so whenever we inhale, right, we wish the breath well. Whenever we exhale, we wish the breath happy. So very similar to what we're doing like just now. So in the breath meditation, we are not training the breath. We are not doing Qigong meditation. We are not storing any breath or vital energy. Just like earlier on, we are not training our hair. We are not training our teeth. We are not training our skin. Right? So similarly, we are not training the breath. We're actually using the breath as an object, and we are training this mind to reduce this clinging. So the first important step is to make friends with the breath. Very important. Inhale well, exhale happy. Never fight with the breath. Some meditators, like I mentioned earlier, they love to force the mind to be still. Yeah, so any force towards the mind is a form of violence. So that is why we need to have loving kindness. Okay? So by understanding the cause and effect, right, by reducing desire, and the effect will be the mind will calm down naturally by itself. So the calming down, you just treat it as a byproduct. We focus more on the process of reducing this desire. So we have this loving kindness. So once the mind is generally calm, then you can introduce the other thought, which is this impermanence, the birth and death of the breath. So earlier on the example, right, every breath moment there's birth and death. So we are going to observe that. So because the breath is invisible, so we only can rely on the sense of touch, right, the different sensations. So we can categorically distinguish the different sensations into four kinds. We call it the four elements: earth, fire, wind, and water. Nothing magical about it, but earth represents the hard and soft kind of sensation we feel in the breath. So when you breathe in and out, if there are any changes in the density of the air, then there's the birth and death of the earth element. Fire represents the hot and cold. So when you breathe in and out, if there are any changes in the temperature, then there's birth and death of the fire element. Wind being movement, right? So fast and slow, long and short movements. So when you breathe in and out, any changes in your breathing rate, then there's a birth and death of the wind element. And water element represents the moist and dry sensations. So when you breathe in and out, any changes in humidity, then there's a birth and death of the water element. So in the meditation, there's no need to purposely generate, right, or create these experiences. Right? We just feel the breath, whichever sensation that is most obvious to you, then you observe is birth and death or the impermanence of the breath. So by observing this impermanence of the breath, right, observing this Dhamma, then there's even further settling of the mind, the reduction of desire. So keep doing or keep observing this impermanence until the mind settle, until it cannot settle anymore. And due to the time constraint, I'm going to move on to the last phase of meditation, which is to radiate loving kindness. Radiate loving kindness. So using our calm mind, right, or rather relatively calm mind, we are going to wish all beings in front well and happy. And then we come back to ourselves and we are going to wish all beings behind well and happy. So this one don't need to visualize anybody, just use a general sense of direction. And we are going to come back to ourselves. And we are going to wish all beings on the left, may they be well and happy. And we come back to ourselves. And we're going to wish, may all beings on the right, may they be well and happy. And we come back to ourselves. And we wish all beings above, may they be well and happy. And we come back to ourselves. And we're going to wish all beings below well and happy. And then we can come back to ourselves. And this time we feel this entire body with loving kindness from head to toe. We wish every part of the body well and happy. And eventually we are going to radiate loving kindness in all the directions. So we wish all beings above, below, and all across, may they be well and happy. So we first fill your entire house with loving kindness. May all beings in this house be well and happy. And then we are going to extend this loving kindness to the entire neighborhood. May all beings in this neighborhood be well and happy. And then we can extend this loving kindness to the entire planet. May all beings on earth be well and happy. And eventually we are extending this loving kindness to the entire universe. May all beings be well and happy. So you try to maintain this boundless loving kindness as long as possible. In the Karaniya Metta Sutta, right, the teachings of loving kindness, the Buddha mentioned, if a person can maintain this boundless loving kindness, be it standing, sitting, walking, or lying down, and this is the highest conduct and the highest practice. So, so this will actually be your assignment throughout the entire self-practice, right? For the next maybe a few hours. So the whole idea is to have mindfulness of this loving kindness to generate enough merit and to uplift the mind. Yeah, very important. Yeah. So if not, there will be difficulty in the next sitting session, because the next one will be a longer sitting and a bit more technical. So you need to generate and now this wholesome mind state, this loving kindness. So we sort of habitualize this state of mind. Yeah, it's just like if a person is, let's say, angry, right? They can be angry the whole day at work, eating, can get angry, even reading a book can get angry. So loving kindness is just the opposite, right? So we just try to maintain this positive emotion as much as possible throughout the whole day, right? And we'll see you all later in the next session, right? So what time do I need to log in?
10 minutes before 1. Okay.
Okay, sure. All right. Okay,
Okay.
so uh, yeah, may you all be well and happy. See you all later. Yeah, 1 o'clock. Right.